Breaking news, Home Affairs in Germiston has been set alight by protesters. Here is what we know so far. The protesters are the occupants of the buildings in Germiston that belongs to, or rather that is being managed by council. And they received an eviction notice that they should vacate the premises. Well, today was the D-Day, and when the officials came to evict the occupants that are in occupation illegally, the protesters took to the streets and ended up torching the Home Affairs offices. Is this justifiable? No. No individual has the right to destroy property that belongs to the state or any property that doesn't belong to him or her. So the identity of the protestants has not been revealed yet, but here is what we know. The officials have taken to the buildings and removed the properties and belongings, chucking them all out into the street. What does this entail? Well, the law is the law, irrespective of who you are. Now, there's been a lot of speculation that people think, oh, these occupants are illegal immigrants. No, this is not the case. Illegal occupants does not entail illegal immigrants. These are South Africans that were in occupation of these properties. Well, why are they being evicted? Reasons might stem from probably failure to pay their rent or the rates or whatever the case may be. Maybe they're owing, they're in arrears. However the case may turn out to be, the report has not been revealed yet by the council. But let's play this clip so you can see what's going on and hear the developments and what it's all about. Subscribe and give this video a thumbs up while you're at it. Let us watch.
So you can see there is a lot of police visibility here at the moment, and just behind them you can now see those officials from the city who are gathering to try and get access to those buildings to actually conduct those evictions. But it seems that that might not happen just because of how angry the community is. That is why police are now just gathering here to try and prevent any clash that might take place between these officials and the community members who have gathered on the other side.
At this stage, Nabila, have we been able to confirm the link between that fire at the Home Affairs building, the evictions that are supposed to take place, and the protests we're seeing on our screens?
Yes, so what we're hearing is that, the allegation is that the building was actually torched by members who are angry and have been protesting since this morning. But you heard earlier when we spoke to those community members, they're actually denying that they have done any of this. You can see right now that police are walking towards the community members. They are going to approach them. So we're just going to monitor this now and see what's going to happen. It does appear that they are going with these city officials towards the block of flats where these evictions are going to take place. The community now just moving away from the scene that they had blocked off. So we are going to see what's going to happen, if they are going to actually get access to these buildings and if those evictions will now actually take place. What we're hearing from the community members here is that they say these evictions are unlawful and there is a pending matter in the High Court. That is why they're so angry, and they've been standing off and basically blockading the roads around this area since early this morning.
Nabila, any idea who these buildings that are being illegally occupied belongs to?
At this point, what we understand is it's managed by the city, but we are going to get clarity. The community members don't actually know about the court challenge as yet, so we're trying to get more details on that. But they have told us that there is a court order to basically prevent these evictions from taking place, yet the city officials are still here today to actually conduct those evictions. in this area and taking out all of the belongings of the people that have been taken here. You can see this fridge is now being removed.
Nabila, I want you to talk to us again about the eviction notices. Were eviction notices served on these residents? Talk to us about what we know at this stage about that court process, who these buildings belong to. I know you said that it's being managed by the city.
Yes, so what we understand is that the residents were given eviction notices, and that is actually the reason why they started to protest this morning, because they were aware that these evictions were going to take place. So, you know, when we spoke to some of those residents earlier, they did say to us that they were aware. That's the reason that they had actually started their protest this morning, because they knew that these officials were actually coming here to conduct these evictions.
Where are the officials taking some of these belongings to at the moment, Nabila? Is it being loaded on a truck? I'm just wondering if you are watching this at the moment and some of your belongings are being cleared from those flats at the moment, how you will know what belongs to you, how it's going to be organized, where you will find it.
Yes, so it seems like they are taking all of these belongings and moving out of the main gate. We don't exactly know at this point where they're taking them to, but it appears that they are leaving them on the outside, and they do have trucks that are stationed on the opposite end of the road where these belongings will probably be actually loaded into those vehicles and then taken away.
All right, if you just tuned in, all of this stemming from that fire that broke out earlier this morning at a Home Affairs building in Germiston. In the background there you can still see some of the smoke, because just a couple of 100 meters, I'm guessing, from where you're seeing these evictions take place right now, a double-story building, in fact the second floor of a Home Affairs building, was set alight. It is alleged at this stage that it was set alight by protesting residents in that area. Why are they protesting? Because of what you see unfolding on your screen right now. We have many officials from the city busy evicting illegal occupiers of that building. Earlier we saw rubber bullets being fired, as well as some of the illegal occupiers were trying to block the police and the city officials from gaining access into that property. In fact, they were busy lining up some tires there to try and burn it. They were throwing some stones at the police as well. But at the moment, Nabila, it does seem that the protesting occupiers, they've accepted that this eviction is taking place.
Yes, so we don't see as many of these residents that are currently here where these evictions are taking place. But if we show you those visuals just on the bottom end of that side, most of the residents have gathered at the bottom of the street. At this point, it does seem like the residents are outnumbered because of the huge number of police that are at the scene, as well as these officials from the city that are working to actually have them removed.
Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. A lot of speculations, people saying it's Dudula. Well, it's not. It's the people that are being evicted that express their anger by torching the state facility offices of the Home Affairs. It has nothing to do with immigrants. It has nothing to do with Dudula. It's simply residents that were in occupation of those buildings illegally. Well, how is it illegally? Probably the reports that are to follow will give us more information. Once we do, we'll share it with you. But this is how far we have received and gathered. Thank you for your time and for your patience to watch this video, and your support by liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you.